I mean, he can't guard me. Like, at the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. I ain't scared of nobody. So, you know, he talking about, oh, we're going to fight, this, that, this, that. It is what it is to me.
And then what did you notice the middle finger from him, and was the blowing of the kiss?
Soft. He's soft. He's not even in my fucking league.
All right, welcome back to the show, everyone. Hope you all are having a good day so far. So it's been fun laughing at LeBron getting eliminated from the playoffs this year, but I think I need a little break. So we're going to do something different here today. And like I said, it has been really fun and very well earned around here to have that celebration. And I might continue later. Just depends on what happens. But for now, let's do something different. This was suggested by the community to check out a completely different type of video. This is going to be more on the funny end. And this is by the Rebound channel, which, I mean, it's got, what, 3.38 million subscribers. So you guys probably already know about this channel. And this one's titled "The Most Disrespectful Players in NBA History." So let's step away from all the current stuff going on, and let's check out something funny here, guys. As I always do, I'm going to link the original video down below. That's going to be in the description for you. Down there, you'll also see the list of our channel members, which, by the way, new channel member, shout out to Philip Skinner. Thank you for joining on. I really appreciate the support. Thank you so much. I love seeing you in all the comments. Now your comments are going to be highlighted. You're going to get the Larry O'Brien trophy right next to you, which is going to be really cool. Easy to spot you guys out within the crowd down below. Anyways, without further ado, let's do this. Like the vid if you don't mind. It helps out a ton. And let's see. Who are the most disrespectful players in NBA history? Dude, there's so many. I don't even know yet. Let's get the juices warmed up before I can predict who's going to be in here. Because there's going to be a lot of them.
From insulting a player's dead mom to telling a player what their wife tastes like, these are the most disrespectful players in NBA history.
How could it not be KG?
James Harden has trashed his own teammates, instigated fights, and turned careers into memes. This man has no chill. I mean, it doesn't get more disrespectful than this.
Or did you think it was certain to work? I thought it was going to be... Oh, man, Harden. Oh, he stared at Wesley Johnson, and then he hits a three.
Disgusting. Harden broke his ankles, stared him dead in the eyes, and shot the cleanest three I've ever seen.
To be fair.
But this past year,
to be fair, he nailed that shot.
More disrespectful than ever. It started early in 2020 when Harden and Giannis were racing for MVP. Giannis was a team captain for the All-Star game, in charge of drafting his team.
Oh, I remember this.
And when it came down to Harden, Kemba, and Trey on the board, Giannis took a shot at Harden.
Okay, this is a tough one. I'm between Kemba and Trey Young.
Wait, you don't want the dribbler?
I want somebody that's going to pass the ball. That's what I want.
This moment set Harden off, and during an ESPN interview, he fired back some disrespectful shots.
Makes a joke on the air about, I want to take someone who can pass. I'm taking Kemba Walker instead of James Harden.
I average more assists than him, I think. So I don't see what the joke is. I just know none of them can mess with me. I wish I could just run and with 7 feet and run and just dunk. Like, that takes no skill at all. I gotta actually learn how to play basketball and how to have skill, you know?
Damn, Harden. Yeah, that's why Giannis had to do you dirty.
Kumpo's gonna try and back down.
Oh, he did the LeBron dodgeball thing.
All right, I'm gonna be honest. That clip happened a year before, but I just had to put it in the video, all right, man? But the point still stands.
What are all the D's in dodgeball? Duck, dodge, dive. Damn, man. There's like 2 more, I think. Oh, please help me in the comments. Dodgeball. What are the I think there's 5 D's in dodgeball.
Harden has caused a lot of drama, and he didn't stop at Giannis. He started disrespecting his own team. In the playoffs last year, rumors started circulating that Harden and his teammates were getting into arguments in the locker room. So it didn't surprise anyone when Harden demanded the trade this season. But the way Harden went about it was beyond disrespectful. Instead of showing up on time to training camp, Harden was out partying with Lil Baby. And when he did show up, man, he was fatter than ever. Harden even came out and said he felt the Rockets weren't good enough and couldn't be fixed. So when his new teammate DeMarcus Cousins was asked about the situation, he brought some news to the table.
The disrespect started way before, any interview. Just the approach to training camp, showing up the way he did, the antics off the court. I mean, the disrespect started way before.
Jimmy Butler is
Okay. I could totally see that happening. I don't know about you. It seems like James Harden's been pretty divisive in the fandom. I never believed in him. I did when he was with OKC. After that, when he was playing hero ball, I never believed in him. And then when I heard, Kobe speak out on it, like, he's never going to win a championship playing like that, I knew like I was on the right path as far as my assessment. I've never just believed that he's got that will to do what he needs to do in the playoffs. As a leader, I don't see him as a leader. And hearing what DeMarcus has to say, I think it's probably right. I've known dudes like him, and he doesn't seem like a guy who would be really good for the locker room. That's all I'm gonna say. Not like a guy's guy. So yeah, I never believed in Harden, and every regular season I got to hear my friends or somebody say, oh, James Harden looking good this year. And yeah, he was looking good this year. He was looking good last year and the year before until the playoffs start. And look what happened this year. Lost in the first round. Again.
so disrespectful that a single trash-talking incident
Okay, Jimmy Buckets, this is going to be fun.
cost him tens of thousands of dollars. This moment went down in 2020 in a game between the Heat and the Pacers. With 6:29 left in the third quarter, Butler ran around a screen and drove to a wide open paint, but TJ Warren was there, and he grabbed him and wouldn't let go. Jimmy felt it was a little too rough, so he got right in TJ's face. Jimmy was yelling things like, "You're f***ing trash," and called TJ soft. So they both got technical fouls. But that wasn't it. On the very next play, they were getting physical, and Jimmy committed an offensive foul on TJ. So TJ started taunting Jimmy, yelling things like "P***" and clapping in his ears.
That's
So
a taunt.
officials called another technical, and TJ was ejected. On his way to the tunnel, Jimmy started blowing him kisses and clapping back. And TJ kept yelling things and flipping off Jimmy. And they were both fined $25,000 after the game. But Jimmy didn't hold back when he was asked about this. He did an interview in the locker room post-game, completely humiliating TJ. He made fun of him because he didn't drop a like and subscribe to the channel.
Come on.
What the hell's wrong with this dude? Don't he know he close to a million?
Come on, that was good.
But Jimmy also clowned him about what happened on the court.
I think it's tough for him because I can guard him and he can't guard me. Like, at the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. I ain't scared of nobody. So,
Hold up. What did he do? 14 points, 5 for 6. Okay, yeah, all right.
Him and he can't guard me. Like, at the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. I ain't scared of nobody. So, he talking about, oh, we're going to fight, this, that. It is what it is to me.
And then what did you notice the middle finger from him, and was the blowing of the kiss?
He's soft. He's not even in my fucking league, like nowhere near.
Damn.
Me. And if I was their coach, I would never put him on me ever again. He's like, no, put somebody else on me because I'm a Taz every time we play. He's trash.
Even though
Okay, that's like some Larry Bird shit right there. That's hardcore right there. Like, that's good for basketball though, because the next time they match up, like, that's something to get excited about. By the way, this is wow. I didn't realize this video is from 4 years ago. So if you're wondering about the context of what's going on, that's why. This is the narrative of 4 seasons ago. Which I gotta say, with the Harden and Giannis thing, yeah, Giannis kind of got the last laugh on that one as he got that championship. But no, man, Jimmy is good for basketball just because he still represents kind of the last of like the hard era, the don't F with me era. I will destroy you, kind of mentality, and I do appreciate that about him. Anyways, I don't like how things went down in Miami, and I spoke out against it. But hey, man, he's been doing great in Golden State, and they knocked out the number 2 seed a couple days ago, which is pretty damn cool. So whatever happens.
Michael Jordan had a reputation for being a trash talker.
Oh, MJ?
The things he said to players were beyond disrespectful. In 1990,
That's why I like Jimmy Buckets, by the way, because he kind of on his trash talking reminds me a little bit of MJ.
the Bulls were coming off a playoff loss to the Magic.
Come on, Penny, what you got?
So training camp was serious. Jordan wouldn't let anyone slack, offense or defense.
I just heard Craig Hodges the other day say that Jordan never came in second place when they were doing the suicide runs, you know, in basketball practice. I don't know if you guys know what those are. They're brutal, and they're used to test your last bit of energy at the end of practices, especially, or they're used as punishment. But a lot of times the main one is at the end of practice when you got nothing left, who could still burst that energy and get back and forth as fast as possible. Craig Hodges said Jordan never lost it ever. The reason I brought that up is because I saw this, and I'm like, yeah. It's crazy, though.
The Bulls had just picked up Steve Kerr, a three-point specialist they needed.
Oh, he's
But
going to
when
talk about the
Michael and
punch?
Steve were going against each other during a scrimmage, the two started swearing and arguing. Steve literally disagreed one time, and that was all it took for Jordan to punch him in the face, leaving Steve with a black eye. You know, if that's how Jordan treated his teammates, you can imagine what he did to players on the other team. Obviously, Jordan wasn't scared of anyone, especially not Muggsy Bogues.
Well, okay, for the context, he got kicked out of practice. It's not like this was a regular thing. Phil kicked him out of practice, and then MJ immediately recognized what he did. He apologized to Steve Kerr, ends up passing him for a game winner to win a championship a year later. They were just fine. They did just fine. And there's nothing but respect spoken between the two of them. So, yes, the punch did happen, but it actually led to great things. Man, look at Muggsy next to MJ. That's crazy. Muggsy, I know what he's about to say here, by the way. Muggsy came out and said that Jordan never called him a midget. Okay? So, but it is funny to think about.
The shortest player in history at 5'3".
Yep.
Muggsy was a great player, but one moment against the Bulls shattered his confidence. It was Game 5 of the 1995 NBA playoffs, and the Hornets-Bulls series was tied 2-2. This game determined who went on to the next round, and the Hornets had a chance to win. Down by just 1 point, Muggsy had the ball during the biggest possession of the game, with Michael Jordan guarding him. Michael stepped back, gave Muggsy space, and yelled to him, "Shoot it, you midget."
Okay. All right. So according to Muggsy, he did yell at him to shoot it, but he didn't call him an effing midget. Okay? So I'm just saying from the horse's mouth. But for years, I believed it because that sounds like something MJ would say. I'm not defending MJ. I'm just trying to get the story correct is all. I could totally see MJ saying that shit in a moment in the playoffs just to throw off his opponent.
Muggsy took the shot, but missed terribly.
That's
And
45,
the Bulls
MJ.
won 85-84 to eliminate the Hornets. And this loss humiliated Muggsy. What Jordan said to him kept him up at night. He went from averaging 10 points per game to only 5 after this. And eventually, he admitted that play against Jordan ruined his career.
What?
LeBron doesn't trash talk much.
What am I missing here? I've recently, I watched a whole podcast. I think he was on the Mark Jackson show where he's with his son. I got to watch that again. It's been a while. Yeah, he talked about the whole thing and said no, he didn't call me a midget. But what is this that he's saying that moment destroyed his career? I don't know, Rebound. I got to do more research on this one. Or help me out in the comments, guys, if you know some context that I don't know.
But if you come at him,
Oh, man. We doing
ruined
Bronto?
his career. LeBron doesn't
Yeah, we're doing LeBron. Oh, man. Okay, guys. I tried to do a video without LeBron, but
trash talk much. But if you come at him, he's not going to hold back. One of the best examples of this was back in 2008 between LeBron and Deshaun Stevenson. Early in the year, the Wizards beat the Cavs, and Deshaun took that as an opportunity to take a shot at LeBron.
Yeah.
During the post-game interview, he said, "He's overrated." And you can say I said that. A few months went by and things were quiet until the playoffs came around. The Cavs and the Wizards were facing off for the 3rd straight year.
yeah, this is like Dylan Brooks part 1. But I think Stevenson was a little better. I don't know. Dylan Brooks, I'm totally biased. Don't pay attention to my Dylan Brooks takes. I'm totally biased.
LeBron was known to come in and dominate Washington, averaging around 32 points, 6 assists, and 8 rebounds against them. And the Wizards knew their defense wasn't enough to stop him. So that's where Deshaun Stevenson had some value to try and get in LeBron's head. But that didn't work at all. LeBron was asked about Deshaun's quote earlier in the year, and he said, With Deshaun Stevenson, it's kind of funny. It's almost like Jay-Z responding to a negative comment made by Soulja Boy. It just doesn't make sense to respond.
Okay.
Damn! You ain't gotta do Soulja Boy like that.
Damn.
Come on, Brock. Don't act like you weren't cranking that.
Soulja Boy for a while there was trying to sell knockoff gaming consoles. I don't know if you know about that arc of his story. This was like 2018 or something like that. He's literally getting busted by trying to sell knockoff consoles. In fact, Nintendo got so pissed off at him that they had a redirect put in. So anytime you'd go to his Soulja Boy site, it would redirect them to Nintendo so people could buy the official products instead of knockoff Nintendos. Thought you'd like to know.
Funny enough, after LeBron said this, Soulja Boy showed up to Game 3, waving towels, dancing, and repping the Wizards. So Jay-Z had to step in because him and LeBron are boys. Jay went and recorded a freestyle to the song Blow the Whistle, and he spit bars like, "Ask LeBron, we so big we ain't gotta respond. Who the f*** overrated? If anything, they underpaid him. Hayden, that's only gonna make him spend the night out of spite with the chick you've been dating." Ooh, damn, Jay-Z. And with that, this beef was over. Not only did LeBron and Jay ruin Deshaun's dignity, the Wizards also got blown out of the series, 4-2.
And that's why, because Cleveland notoriously owned the Wizards in the first round back then. And so when you're constantly getting eliminated by the guy, and you know how I feel about LeBron. I'm not a fan of his. But come on now. If you're going to keep getting your butt whooped by LeBron, you have no place to talk trash to him publicly, especially. Like, you can keep that between your boys or something, but don't make a public statement and say you could tell him I said that and then get your ass kicked by the guy. Sorry, man. That's where you lose me.
But this wasn't the last time someone tried to come at the king. During a game between the Cavs and the Bulls, one fan let his courtside seats get to his head. Crybaby jokes, clowning LeBron's hairline. Things were getting out of control until LeBron really responded.
Shut up, stop crying. You lost Kyrie, you lost D-Rose, you can't get point guard for your life. D-Rose dipped on you.
Wow, that's a prophecy right there. You can't keep a point guard for your life. Yep. Facts. Still going.
Kobe Bryant.
What did he say at the end?
D-Rose dipped on you.
Oh,
Kobe Bryant had no chill. He didn't care whose
burp.
feelings he hurt. Not even his own teammates. Like, this one time after a loss, Kobe was so mad, he made his teammates throw their shoes away. On the All the Smoke podcast, Lou Will and Nick Young broke down what happened after a blowout loss.
We was getting blew out in Portland. Kobe's in the locker room just waiting for everybody to come in. And everybody down there got Kobe's on the team, so he come in, he said, "Y'all playing like blah, 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 soft, and how y'all gonna wear these shoes and y'all soft? That ain't what we do here in LA." So I'm not thinking nothing of it. He tells everybody to take their shoes off, their Kobe's off. I'm like, what? What's wrong with you, man? I'm like, what's wrong with you? Nah, take them off, take them off.
And y'all did?
And we took them off.
Did y'all throw them in the middle of like the...
in the middle of the foul. He just started grabbing people's shoes and just he threw them all in the trash.
Oh my God.
He's like, y'all don't deserve these. Until y'all get it right, y'all can't wear no Kobe.
That's awesome.
Kevin Garnett
that's hilarious. Okay. And once again, you can see the influence of Michael Jordan there for, back in the day saying, one, to rip, my shoes are only for all-stars. That's a solid burn. Two, to Kobe, you could wear those shoes, but you'll never fill them. So you could just see like the teaching being passed down. Like, nah, man, y'all are soft. You can't wear my shoes anymore. Don't represent me like that. It's so
one
good.
of the most
KG, see, I feel like KG is the most disrespectful mofo I've ever seen. Also the scariest mofo I've ever seen play NBA basketball. I love it. The stories, oh man. The things he would say in order to trash talk are things I would never even consider. Like, I trash talked a lot when I used to play, but I never went to the places where he goes, and we're probably going to get a couple examples right here.
Notorious trash talkers in NBA history. But sometimes he went way too far, and it scarred players for life. The first time this happened was during the 1999 playoffs. Kevin and the Timberwolves were facing Tim Duncan and the Spurs.
Damn.
And Kevin really wanted to win this series, so he tried anything to get in Tim Duncan's head. And on this particular
Tim
game,
Duncan doesn't respond. That's the funny thing.
it was Mother's Day.
Oh.
Unfortunately, Duncan's mom passed away from breast cancer 9 years earlier, one day before his 14th birthday.
Oh.
So Kevin saw his opportunity, and he took it. As Duncan lined up for a free throw that game, Kevin yelled at him, "Happy Mother's Day, mother." Jesus, man. Obviously, Tim Duncan hated Kevin for this, but he never responded to nonsense on the court. Instead, Duncan made sure to circle the games against Kevin on his calendar and go all in for a win each time. But this wasn't the only time Kevin did something nasty to a player. Kevin Garnett was Joakim Noah's childhood idol.
Yeah, this one hurts. I saw Noah talk about this, and he's like, his heart was broken, man.
And in 2007, Joakim was a rookie, so this was the first time that he got to meet his idol in person.
Yeah.
Before the game, Joakim walked up to Kevin and said, "Man, KG, I had your poster on my wall. I looked up to you, man." And Kevin responded saying, "F you, Noah," and walked away. Yeah, Joakim was crushed, and from that point on, he hated Kevin.
Yeah.
But hey, at least Kevin didn't hook up with his wife like he did to another player.
But what?
That moment came in 2013
What?
between Kevin Garnett and Carmelo Anthony. They were playing a physical game in Madison Square Garden, and eventually things went too far. The two were getting tangled up, yelling in each other's faces, and got technical fouls. In the middle of the scuffle, Garnett yelled to Melo saying, "Hey, your wife tastes like Honey Nut Cheerios."
Oh, yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. I guess they were about to fight in the back too. According to Melo, like they were really gonna fight. Like this was for real.
Melo took this personally. After the game, he showed up to the Celtics locker room and yelled at Kevin through the door. Then followed him to their team bus, and the situation got out of control. 5 NYPD officers, arena security, and Knicks coach Mike Woodson had to come separate them. And after this, Carmelo said, "I lost my cool. It's just something you don't say to another man."
Right?
Kevin Durant
Yeah,
has been...
that's so far, dude. Saying your girl tastes like Honey Nut Cheerios, dude. I've never heard that. I never heard something like that on the court. Like that'll make anyone pop. To be fair, KG might be the best trash talker of all time because of it. You know, I much prefer like Larry Bird's style of trash talk. But damn, man, KG's might be the most effective because that'll get any man off his game. Kevin Durant, huh? Outside of what he does on social media, let's see.
For his Twitter fingers. But on the court, he's as savage as they come. One moment came back in 2011 between the Thunder and the Heat. In the first quarter, Kevin and Chris Bosh started jawing at each other and they got technicals. But the situation started from a conversation between Kevin and James Harden. Chris Bosh broke it down and said, "I think he was telling Harden to dunk on me." I expressed that no, he's not gonna dunk that, and it just kind of went back and forth. But Kevin took the situation personally, like he always does. So he came at Bosh recklessly in the post-game interview, saying, "I'm no punk. I wasn't even talking to him first off. He decided to butt in, and I'm not just gonna let that slide. He's on a good team now, so he thinks he can talk a little bit. There's a lot of fake tough guys in this league, and he's one of them."
Wow.
Maybe Kevin should have stayed quiet. I mean, after all, the Heat dominated the Thunder in the next year's finals where things mattered the most. And eventually, Kevin got a great team of his own, teaming up with the Warriors. And he pretty much turned into Chris Bosh based on what he said before. Kevin and Draymond were teammates for years, so he witnessed the trash talking firsthand. And Draymond talked about him saying, "KD makes you feel bad about yourself that you ever talk junk. It's the funniest thing in the world, especially when you got legends like Shaq constantly disrespecting NBA players."
Yeah.
I mean, Shaq is so disrespectful, he's been in Twitter beefs with damn near everyone. He's been in rap battles. Even his mom had to get him to chill out. Wait, you want to hear more about that?
Oh, no.
Well, click on this video right here. These are the times that Shaq disrespected NBA players. And
it's countless times. It's really countless times. I hear him and whatchamacallit, Dwight Howard finally squashed their beef or whatever publicly. I don't know. I think Shaq's always gonna hate the guy. It's just he can't help it. But yeah, man, I can't count the times. I mean, Shaq just did it last year. I remember with Jokic after Jokic won the MVP. Totally disrespectful. But what are you gonna do, man? It's Shaq. It's funny to know that he's not actually an asshole. It's just because he's really insecure. It doesn't make it okay, but it makes it kind of funny for me because it's just like, uh-oh, he's in his fifis again. You know, like he's stuck in his feelings and he's speaking out when he shouldn't do it, but here we go. Anyways, you guys, Kevin Durant being the last one, I'm not really sure about that. I would have definitely gone with KG as the final pick there as the most disrespectful player of all time. Kind of disappointed with the Jordan picks because there is a lot more examples of him just being savage on the court as opposed to like the midget story, which I mean, I'm convinced it's not real at this point. I think it would be funnier if it was real, but I don't think it is. Anyways, guys, let me know what you thought. What was your favorite out of those, and who do you guys think the most disrespectful player in NBA history is? I got KG, and I mean I might be missing somebody obvious, but like my mind immediately went to Kevin Garnett. But so, you know, you can't help what's natural, and that's what's natural for me to think is KG. But my mind might change if I hear some cool comments down below. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys as always. Hit that like button if you don't mind. It helps out a lot. Subscribe to the channel if you want more content like this. And most importantly, be water, my friends.